Hey, what's up everyone? This is Alex and welcome to part 2 of my Recording to Releasing series. So in this video series, I'm documenting the process of going from an initial song idea to developing that out a little bit more, recording the final takes, mixing, mastering, sending it out for distribution, and then getting it out to the world. So in this video, I'm going to take the rough song idea that I came up with in the last video and record the final instrumental parts for it. So what this is going to involve is just going through and being a little more meticulous on the takes that I'm capturing, making sure everything has the right sound, it's in time, and all that fun stuff. So now I'm going to step through each individual instrument that I'm recording, and we're going to start off with guitar. I'm using a pretty simple recording setup for my guitar. I'm just using this Fender Blacktop Stratocaster tuned to drop C with the Dario 11 gauge strings on it. I'm just going right out of the guitar into my Universal Audio Apollo interface, and then I'm going into Guitar Rig 5 using a 5150 model. I do have a couple live guitar amps that I've used in the past, but they're not as heavy as I would like to be for this particular song, so I'm going to try my hand out on the software amps and see what I can coax out of them. So I'm going to turn this on and go ahead and run through some takes. So first off, I'm going to tune up my guitar, make sure all the strings are where they're supposed to be. So I have a few bars of a count in set up. I'm just going to hit record and see what I can capture. So now I've got the first pass done, I'm going to go back in and record a second take so I can pan those out right and left and make the guitar sound a little wider. So now I'm going to record the verse guitar part. It's going to have a good bit of delay on it in the final version, but I'm going to record it without the delay so I can actually hear what I'm picking a little more cleanly. For this track, I'm using a Marshall JCM 800 type amp with a little less gain on it. Now that I'm all finished tracking the guitars, I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the bass. I'm just using my Fender Jazz bass, and then I'm going to run you through the setup of how I have it plugged into my interface. So I have a little weird setup with the bass. It's going into a DI box and then coming out one channel, going right into the interface, and that way it's just keeping the original bass signal. The other one is splitting it into the Sans amp pedal, which is basically just giving it a little bit more drive with the gain knob here. And a light EQ, so what I'm going to do is blend both of those in the software so I have a little bit more leeway to play around with the bass. So now that I have both tracks record enabled on my software, I'm going to hit record and see if I can get some good takes. So now I have all of the stringed instruments tracked. I'm going to go in and edit a few timing issues that I heard on here and make sure everything's lined up properly. And then I'm going to go drive over to my drum studio to record the final drums. So with the drums all finished up, now I'm done with the final instrumentation takes. So I'm going to go through and edit those a little bit for timing and then just to piece together the different takes I did. So the next stage in this process is going to be the mixing and mastering, which I'm going to cover in the next video. So at that, I'm just going to give a quick run through of all of the different things that are utilized to make a mix and a master really stand out and make it sound a little more polished and balanced. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you're notified when the next video comes up. Drop me any comments in the comments section if you have any questions or different methods that you use in this approach. Love to hear from you and get some different ideas bouncing around. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks again.